Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me right now is Louis Chen. He's the Chief Strategy Officer at Perfect Corp. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is PERF on the NYSE, and Perfect will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, the Planet MicroCap Showcase Vegas, in partnership with MicroCap Club, taking place April 22 through 24, 2025 at the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. For more information to register, to meet Louis and the team in Vegas, do one-on-one, see their presentation, please register at planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Louis, thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
Thank you, Robert. I'm doing well.
All right. Well, it's good to speak with you here. We actually did an interview with CEO Alice Chang last year in April 2024. But before we get into the update or anything like that, can you give us that quick overview of Perfect, and then we'll go from there?
Sure. So Perfect is a technology company in the software domain. We are very much focused in the vertical for beauty and fashion. We have two business models, mainly for B2B enterprises, but also we have our direct-to-consumer B2C mobile app business. It's about half and half the size of it. So we create technology, anything from augmented reality for virtual try-on, for skin diagnosis to understand your skin concerns, to a series of mobile app that is about photo and video with generative AI, creating better selfies, creating better artworks. So we are very much in both of this business for a decade now.
Very good. All right, Louis, like I said, we spoke with Alice last year, April 2024. So we're talking today on Tuesday, March 4th, US time. You're in Taiwan. It's March 5th already. Right? Yeah, it's next. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. But love to get that update. What would you say are some of the company's highlights from the last 10, 11 months?
We have done a great job in the last year. We just announced our yearly result last week, right? So we achieved 60 million in top line revenue, grew about 13%, just following our guidance. Positive cash flow, good net incomes. So continues to grow really well, both on the B2B and the B2C side of the business. More specifically, we are spending really big time into the fashion space. We completed our first strategic acquisition in January this year, the acquisition of Wanna from Farfetch, which is a key player in the fashion domain for shoes, bags, accessories, something that people can wear. So we are adding that into our portfolio. Very excited to have the team, working on those high tech for fashion and apparels. We believe that it will enlarge our TAM, our total addressable market, because now we have new group of clients that we go after, which are the high fashion brands, for examples, and also the retailers. Beside that, I think generative AI has done tremendous progress in the last year, especially in the B2C mobile apps under our UCAN franchise. So we have seen our number of active paying subscribers reach all-time high, over 1 million of paying subscribers as of end of last year, and continues to grow every quarter. On the enterprise side, we have made great progress. We have now over 732 brands that are on our platforms, and together they are contributing over 880,000, if I'm not mistaken, number of SKUs on our platforms. It means that the platform is getting more popular. There are more SKUs, more products, more assortment of products that people can try virtually using our platforms. And this is being deployed in over 80 countries.
Absolutely. So a quick follow-up to that. I know I said I only had a couple questions, but I have a quick follow-up, and this has to do with, just the fashion tech industry, in general. I mean, what is really the main pain point right now within the fashion world that they're saying, all right, we really need this kind of tech, or we need this right now, to better serve our potential and current customer base?
A common pain point and part of the value proposition we provide is as the world moves more digital and there are more shopping happening online versus traditional brick and mortars. So the same thing for fashion industry, right? So people are buying more shoes, they're buying more bags, they're buying more jackets, everything online. And one of the key pain point there is high return rates. Because whether it doesn't fit your size or it doesn't fit your style, it wasn't exactly what you were expecting, and this is cannibalizing a lot of their profits, right? So it's a very high cost, lower margin business. And so any technology that help the brand to solve that or to reduce the return rate is a big plus. And this is where we come in. The virtual try-on technology really gives user, the ability to use your smartphone camera and, for example, just pointing your camera to your feet, and you already see the different sneaker or different shoes, or for women, even high heels or boots or open toes, any type of shoes that you want to try, and you can actually see if that is the style you want. If you manage the consumer expectation, the return rate is going to be lower. And we have seen that in our numbers already showing up. And that's why the client will pay for these services. We are certainly working on other technology to enlarge that type of technology, not only for shoes, right? So, for example, for bags, people tends to women when they buy bags, they want to know the size of it. It's very hard to estimate the size when you only look at the picture of the product online. You want to see because sometimes you are a big guy or you're a smaller guy, right? So you want to know how the bag feel in a purse, in your hand, on your arm, on the shoulder. And so we created a lot of technology around that to really manage the expectation of the consumer and hopefully to increase the conversion rate at the same time lowering the returns.
I mean, one more question, on, how fast the tech is evolving for this space. Because, like when you're buying furniture, or even trying, you'll hold your phone up to the area you want it to be. And, it's like, okay, place it where you think you want your couch to go or something. And you do it and you're like, I don't know, this isn't working that great. Like, what is it about your tech that's unique and different compared to some of your peers that isn't that kind of goofy, like, all right, I guess my couch kind of looks, or all right, I guess my shoe kind of looks all right on my foot here.
Right. We started in beauty and we've been doing this for 10 years now, right? So this is one of the big differentiator that we have against other solutions out there is the high quality, true to real rendering effects, especially coming from makeup, right? So when women want to see makeup on their faces, it has to be damn good, right? So it has to be really very precise. The color, the texture, that match their skin tones, everything has to looks good. If it is a little bit off, we often joke this is not makeup, it's become a make down. So this is one of the things that we have to get it right. Otherwise, we won't get the trust from all these 700 brands, right? And we are talking about the Estee Lauder of the world, the Shiseido, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, all these big logos. So they have certainly done their homework, tested all the solutions out there, and they all came to the same conclusion to use Perfect Corp because we really have indeed a lot of knowledge and know-how in this domain to make, as you said, no gimmicky. This is something that is true representation of the product or the brand and consumer satisfaction starting from that. And then last year we also moved into jewelries and watches, right? And this is another part that because it's part of the luxury, people expect the highest possible quality. So we won't launch a product, and I think that's maybe the part of the name of the company, Perfect. We won't launch it until it is perfect. So we spend a lot of time in fine tuning all the 3D models, getting the right lighting, rendering technology. There's a tons of tech behind the scenes to make sure that when you see this happening in your camera, sometimes it trick your mind that, oh, is this real? I'm actually wearing these watches or this is rendered, virtually. And with the power of generative AI, we already start seeing, realistic photos or video that are created virtually using AI technology that to normal people is almost undistinguishable between is this a real object or this is rendered virtually.
Absolutely. You used a much better word than me. You said gimmicky. I said, goofy, but I wasn't referring to your stuff. I was saying sometimes. Anyway, so Louis, to close this out here, tried to do a quick here, but listen, I had a couple follow-ups there. But to close this out here today, from what you can tell us, what would you say are the main things you want folks to pay attention to moving forward with Perfect for 2025, and or some value catalysts that folks should be aware of?
Yeah, so I think the business continue to grow while organically, but we are certainly open, for other type of acquisition that help to build up this platform, and especially leveraging the global distribution workforce that we have, right? So we're able to take one solution that used to be, let's say, regional, and try to sell out worldwide with our access to the market. I think this is one part of the strategy of our growth to accelerate that growth. The B2C market is very, very interesting. We see stronger demand not only from one or two or three countries, but really over 2 dozen countries that even some countries that in the past consumers were not really willing to pay for mobile apps. They were downloading free apps now are turning into more subscription basis. So it's a recurring business, it's very predictable growth. And so I think this is one of the area we're investing a lot. That we may launch a few new products in this space, but at the same time, we are enhancing and updating our app almost every 3 to 4 weeks. So we monitor, what is user liking, what's the trend in both the technology, but also on the consumer demand, and bring that into our app as soon as we can. And that is actually turning the monetization model really, really well. On the enterprise side, we'll continue to expand. As I said, there are many opportunities untapped, we believe, that with our solution. So we want to go after those brands. In general, it's still a bit challenging for the enterprise market, right? We've potentially say the tariff, might come up, may consume a bit of their margin. So we remain kind of vigilant, understanding what the market will happen, but we'll be ready there to help our customers to deploy more of these digital services across different regions.
So, Louis, with that, where can our audience go and find more information about Perfect Corp?
Yes, please visit our website. So the IR website is at ir.perfectcorp.com. And feel free to experience and demo of all of our product on our corporate website at www.perfectcorp.com, where you can find all information about our product services. And also, I think there are more than 40 different success stories launched together with our brand customers.
Very good. All right. Well, Louis, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I will see you in Vegas.
Thank you, Robert.